Hello everybody, this is George with Melnick's Automotive, working on a 2020 Acura RDX. As you might know, Honda and Acura have a lot of problems with stereo, where you hear a cracking, popping noise coming from speakers. What Honda did recently, they issued recalls, so a lot of them getting performed by recalls, but with Acura, it's still a TSB. So when you're driving, sometimes it almost feels like a stone chip hitting your windshield. Those are the kind of noises you get coming out of your speakers. So what Acura did, they went ahead and redesigned a set of connectors. So previously there was a TSB. So this is a current service bulletin, 20031, and this is what it includes in the kit. As you can see, I'm gonna zoom in. I apologize about my lighting, but this is what they give you to go ahead and repair the problem. Earlier, just when the issue appeared, they were issuing these connectors right here, which the green, I think they call them Acura connectors. And the problem is, it solved the problem for quite some time, but didn't solve the problem with all the cars, and the cars were going back to Honda and Acura for repairs. So what Acura did and Honda, they redesigned completely new connectors. They're blue. There's a couple blue, greens, and reds, and they also designed these new clips right here. So this is the part number right here, and this is the part number for these black connector. So here's what you're gonna have to do. I mean, on Acura RDX, you have to disassemble rear passenger side quarter panel, and there's your amplifier right here. And as you can see, I went ahead and I already performed the repair on this one. I replaced the connectors. So you could do this yourself, or you can take it to the dealer. So this is new connectors, and you can see the wires, and they have to be very smooth. You cannot have them kinked. I taped it just like this, and as you can see, it's very smooth. You literally take a quarter and put a quarter in there. That's how it should be. Cannot be kinked. So that's your amplifier. Those have to be replaced. Another place where they have to be replaced, and I'm still working on it right here, it's your tuner. So it's right above the amplifier. It's next to the rear quarter panel, like right behind the quarter panel glass right here. So you can see I still haven't secured the wires, but I'm gonna put the light on my I'm gonna get my light a little closer so I could show you. Give me a second. Okay, apologies about the shadow because I'm using a light and it's causing shadow, but you could see. So this is where I connected the new connectors, and you have to take it apart, and these arrows, there's an arrow on here. I don't know if you guys could see it, but right here it has to be facing the flag, and then we're gonna have to route them and tape them, and they cannot be kinked. So I'm still working on this here, and then I'm gonna show you the two other areas of the car where we gotta replace these connectors. Would be on the bottom of the radio right here. There's a red and green that we have to replace over there, and also we're gonna have to reroute them. And there's gonna be two more spots, which I'll show you. One on the passenger side is gonna be a blue connector, which is right on the passenger side over here. As you can see how it's kinked from the factory. This one's not too bad, but the blue one's completely kinked right here. So we got to replace this connector here, and there's going to be one more which is located right over here. I'm going to have to pull the center console off, and there's another one that I got to replace it over there. And once we replace all those connectors, that should take care of our problem. We should not have any more popping sounds coming from the radio. I want to see if I can give you a better look for the radio. These are the radio connectors right here. So you don't really have to disassemble everything the way service bulletin says. You could save quite a bit of time by not disassembling everything like they say, because they literally have you tear half a car apart to get into it. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish up on the back, and then I'll do one up front to show you how it's done. Okay, so you can see what I did. I secured him with the electrical tape, and you could see how there's no kink. It's gently bent, and the same thing here. So you could easily stick the quarter in here or your finger. They cannot be kinked like at 90 degrees. That's what's causing the interference with those with these connectors, and you get those noises. But this should take care of it. We'll go up front in a minute. Okay, so this is the blue connector and the pink connector. You could see right underneath center console. If you want to work on it very comfortably, you could take it off, but I could get to it without taking out the center console. So that's going to save me some time. So right now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to take care of a blue connector. I'm holding as you can see, light with one hand and camera with the other, so it's a little difficult for me to show you how exactly it's done, but we're going to go ahead and take care of that in a second. Okay, so I'll give you one example how this is done. So if you're working on red and green, do one at a time. This time it's only blue, so we cannot screw it up. So what I do is you want to go ahead and disconnect it. I got some help here. Somebody's helping me out with a camera. This second, you pull out one of these clips. These we're gonna throw out, and then there's one little clip right here that you got to kind of pull on it, and it comes right out. So these here we're scrapping. We're not saving these. So then on the side where the flag, okay, as you can see on the side of the flag, same thing. This right here, this little clip comes out just like this. We're throwing it out. And the same thing, there's one little clip right here that you could even break it off, but if I have a little tool like that, you could just pick it and it comes right out. So you could see right now what you're gonna do right now. You're gonna take these two and they plug right in just like that, and now we have these black connecting sleeves right here. And as you can see, this is the little arrow I was telling you about. So this little arrow has to face the flag. Okay, so also you just put it in. It fits like a glove, just like this, and it locks with the other side. So you just put them together and make sure they're perfectly locked in. Make sure every single clip is locked in. Sometimes one of the clips doesn't lock in. So just like this, as you can see. So now we have this union here. It's a Honda union. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and route it smoothly so there's no kinks, and I'm gonna connect it back. I'm gonna connect it back to where it goes, right here. And with Honda, with a service manual, if you download this TSB, it's free, and I'll see if I have a chance to upload it, but they show you how to route it without kinks. So this is a side. So I'm gonna also demonstrate one more or two more on the radio when I'm gonna do it. But you just take care of these 4 spots, actually 5, on the back of the infotainment, right in the bottom center console, front passenger side kicker panel, and then on the back, which I showed you, the amplifier and the tuner, which is right behind the quarter glass window. And close everything up and you're good to go. So I'm gonna show you a few more, and then after everything is done, I will start the radio and we'll see if the noise is coming back. Okay, if you guys could see how I routed the radio cables, so nothing's kinked. I went around, I gave it a nice good loop over there. There's no 90 kinks. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna tape these two together, just make sure they don't move too much, and we're gonna reclose everything, and this job is done. All right, everybody, the car has been reassembled. Now I'm gonna go ahead and test it out. The radio would load. We'll load in a second. Usually when I would start the car, as soon as radio would come on, it'll start making cracking sound in the speakers. But this should be a permanent fix. Let's see. No more cracking. I'm gonna change the radio station because I don't want any music playing, because what happened, it could be copyrights. So I want to see if there's a
point after touchdown.
There you go. There's a talk show.
Kick was blocked. I said to everyone within earshot, that means my 2 dogs and me. Or 4144.
You could see there's no
most generous gift.
There's no cracking in the sound.
644.
So there's no cracking in the sound. Once again, thanks for watching. This was George with Melnick's Automotive.